Marketing 101, love it or leave it.
You cannot have one channel and a marketing strategy.
But I've completed LinkedIn. I've beaten the final boss.
It would take me seriously if I didn't talk about revenue. If you are going to try and prove your value, learn Google Analytics as a social person.
Playful branding over corporate.
All day. All day.
Cool, welcome back to today's episode of Digital Cheesecake. We're all in hysterics at the moment. So you've got myself and Jack, directors at Blue Digital.
Yes, we are.
Digital recruiter of choice. I'm Ellie, founder of Kinsman & Co.
Yeah, what are we?
Your agency of choice.
Yeah,
growth.
agency of choice. Yeah,
Yes.
Performance creative. Boom.
So we're back today. Ellie's back from Croatia
What
finally.
is people preparing that funny trip? Next week we can be
Such
Greece.
a long trip.
And Ellie's going to Greece next week.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm not on a holiday constantly, everyone.
Yeah, we should talk about all the holidays. But today we are going to talk about Marketing 101, love it or leave it.
I love this.
Hashing out
Yeah.
different stuff on what we think.
Cool.
So let's get into it.
What does it mean again,
Yeah,
by the
what is
way?
Marketing 101 again?
So why are
It's
we
a bit
doing,
like
what
that
is
TV
it,
program,
what's the
isn't it?
theory behind this and love it or
This
leave
and
it?
that. Love it or leave it.
Are you going to throw things at me?
We're going to throw things about.
Marketing.
Yeah,
Great.
marketing. All things marketing.
So is it for people listening that it's about the 101 stuff they need to learn? Yeah. What does it mean?
Yeah, like things that we can focus on, maybe things that people can focus on. Maybe.
What's my timer? What's my time limit that I need for each this love of
Well,
this or leave
let's
it?
hash it out, I'd say.
We've got like
So-
10 questions.
I keep thinking of Bish
10,
Bosh.
10 things to
Yeah.
put in the Marketing 101, and then we're going to say it,
Cool.
and then we're going to say love it or leave it.
Yeah, so
All right.
maybe it's things that you can think about for your marketing strategies, maybe not. Maybe it's just we're over it.
Yeah.
So the first one, using AI for creative campaigns. Love it or leave
Oh.
it. This
Love it.
is
Love it.
I
Done.
don't
Next.
love it.
I love it.
I don't
I
love
love
it.
it.
I
Yeah,
think
but you
it's
you
too not
haven't seen good
authentic.
content then yet.
Maybe,
Well, I didn't mean
but
to say
do you
that
not think it's just too? It just looks like a cartoony type thing. You can kind of tell
No.
it's
You can get it
fake.
really right. You can get
I
it
love
really
the
right.
one, the
Do you think?
Jacquemus. How do you say the name? Jacquemus, the handbag. I probably said it so wrong in marketing.
Jacquemus.
You know Jacques, the JAC. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I know the brand.
Jacques-y?
Anyway, they've done some really cool,
Jacuzzi.
they've done some really cool stuff of like the handbag as a train going through Paris. Like
Okay,
it's
that's
such a
quite
cool.
cool.
You have
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
making it like it's very AI,
Yeah.
not to make it a real person, but like
Yeah.
we've created
Yeah.
content where we've got like people walking out of billboards is for fun, like for fake.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like it's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that
I
is
think
cool.
love it. You just got to have a really good
But you can
AI
play with
person.
it. Play with it.
But
so
what
much.
about the voiceovers, like for example, on the social media channels where it's just literally just
I think you just
AI
got to use good
voices?
ones. Use good ones. There's some really crap ones out there, and we're
Yeah.
like, well, that's shit.
It's
And there's some
horrible.
good ones. So next question.
Okay, so we're loving it.
Loving it.
Loving it.
2/3. Marketing a lifestyle
Love
over
it.
a product.
You didn't even
So-
get the question out, mate.
No, I love it. So
So
lifestyle.
consumers buy stories.
So the perfect
Yeah,
example.
we know that, of course.
The
for
perfect
sure.
example
Done.
is Rochenbauer Club. So this is
Oh,
a
yeah, you
business
love
owned
this
by
one.
Chris Seddon.
Yeah.
don't even know his
And
name.
Chris Seddon has created this whole fake, basically lifestyle brand, which I've shown you.
Yeah, it is very
Which is
good.
basically this club in south of France. It's very elite, very
it fake?
funny. It's all fake. It's very
Yeah,
quirky.
but the
very
guy
good.
that created it became a chef, but he wasn't a chef.
I don't think he was a chef, so he was.
No, mine's different.
No,
You
he was
go.
a CMO, so he's always been a CMO
Yeah.
within wine, and then he's created this basically this fake land or fake club called the Rochenbauer Club, which is like a tennis club. It's elite, it's funny, it's quirky.
Who's in it? How do they get fake people in there?
So they've done. They've
Create
created
like a
some
whole
video.
website
They've created
and
some
stuff.
video content, which is all staged,
Yeah.
and it's all to promote his rosé and lemon beer. But it's really good. What he's
Bloody
done is
good idea.
created this fake club. It's a lifestyle brand. It's really
wanna
great
get in the
content
club.
which people engage with. He's created like Spotify playlist for the
Didn't he do
Rochenbauer
a
Club.
pop-up?
I think he did a
club as well?
pop-up as
Obviously,
well.
there's a bit
I
of
saw it
cash to
on
be able to do this
TikTok.
idea.
He must have, or investment, but he's definitely done a pop-up,
Yeah.
and it's all about promoting his beer and his rosé. But definitely check out Rochenbauer Club, because that's a really good example of promoting a lifestyle, which
Yeah.
then sells the product.
Yep. Okay.
So
Next.
it gives you an
sorry.
emotional connection.
Yeah, it makes you feel
Basically.
good. It makes you, I want to go on holiday
That's true, it does.
and play paddle.
All right, guys, let's keep going. Next one.
Okay, using memes in marketing. That's it. Love
I'm
it
on
or
the
leave it.
fence.
You have to be excellent at it.
Exactly.
Like Monzo does a bit of a good job at it. But I think
true.
memes are a bit of like, unless you've like really got a wave of a funny one. Like obviously the memes they were doing for that Coldplay stuff was just unreal.
That was great.
Oh, but it was like also horrible.
It was
because
horrible
you know,
at
Yeah.
the
you're
time. I'm
what
like,
the
come
heck,
on.
you know.
But it's like, well,
Yeah.
It was,
literally.
and what about the
There's
new
some
guy,
really
the
good
final
ones.
boss? He was just,
Oh, the
in
final boss is
Ibiza.
great.
Wait,
yeah,
what's that?
the final boss with the bowl cut. I'm like, I have loads of pictures
What do
from
you
the
mean
80s.
final boss? What do you mean?
So it's like 2 weeks. That's
Yeah,
the thing with trends.
it
They
just
come and
goes so
go so
quickly.
quick.
Yeah, because you get sick. I got honestly flooded by that Coldplay thing that I was so off it.
Yeah.
But what was my favorite one? Oh, the Skims one. Do you know Skims?
Which one's Skims?
Skim. Yeah, we know
Skims is Kim
Skims, yeah.
Kardashian's, and they did that ridiculous freaking facelift, and it's like looks like underwear on someone's head.
Oh, I did
and
not see
all the
that.
favorite people of the. Oh
Didn't
my
see
god,
that.
I've got to show people this.
Yeah.
I'll get it on my phone.
Well,
and
and people
say.
buy this product which covers your face.
Oh,
See the clip
just
here.
ridiculous.
So it's like a balaclava.
Let me show you what it
I
is.
didn't see this, which is crazy because
I'll
I
show you in
normally
here,
see
and we can
anything
try and zoom
Kardashian.
in on the.
You love the
thing.
Kardashians, though, don't you?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Skims
nah.
is Skims
I
her
nearly
beauty
commented
brand?
on it because I was like,
No, it's
look at
the-
this joke. If anyone's look at that.
yeah, have not seen that.
What a joke. I mean,
It looks
What's
like some
that
dodgy
about?
facelift.
that is meant to be. It says the ultimate face, and everyone's just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Another thing for a female to put on their face, like, and then
But
there's
that's
this
not
hilarious
real,
thing
right?
from the guy from Hannibal, you know, the main
Yeah,
actor.
yeah.
He's gone and taken the piss out of it in a meme, and it is
Oh, yeah,
so
that makes
funny.
sense.
So Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's
and
not
it's just
real,
like,
right? That's
That's
not
real.
So people have to buy that.
It's what Skims posted, and they were like, everyone was like, "You're actually a joke. Like, this is embarrassing for
Oh
women."
my goodness.
Well, people,
yeah, I
don't
wouldn't
women
wear
use that for when they're putting on makeup sometimes?
No, this is,
So-
for,
so
this
it
is what
doesn't
they're
go on the
saying is a
hair?
facelift.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
yeah, we
face.
don't-
So the
Yeah.
meme around that, which
Yeah.
is not a meme for like pushing your product doesn't work, but a meme just to like show you a real brand is hilarious. And to get
Yeah.
on the trend is really good. A meme is good for getting on the trends and stuff, but don't like it's not a strategy unless you're like just an Instagram about memes, you know.
But a lot of people use it as a strategy, which we'll talk about
Oh
in another
god,
topic.
it should just
but-
be a part of like filler content, and if people think it's funny,
okay.
but like it's just to show your personality in a brand, you know.
Yeah, and it has to make sense. Like
We
with
should do
the-
memes, but we don't because we don't have time.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
memes are great for showing personality, but not
Yeah.
for anything else. Like,
So, but as in like not every brand can do it because like with the final boss thing, with the
someone's
bowl
funny.
cut, it needs to kind of make sense.
Yeah.
it still needs to make sense,
yeah, but
right?
if you're getting on a trend, like Monzo and everyone
Jump
or
on it.
any other brand just jumped on the Coldplay one and did their product as the joke with someone having an affair with the product. You know, it's just like you
Yeah.
just got to put your own spin on it. It needs to be funny.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the next
So
one?
we're loving it.
Yeah, we're loving it. We hated anything yet?
AI. LinkedIn is the new Instagram. Leave it. Leave it.
leave it.
Leave it.
It's not even
LinkedIn,
Instagram.
please.
It's great for you're just like so torn.
I'm just
I
trying to
can't even
think
go
about
near
what
it at
my
the
answer
moment.
would
So
be.
personality-led content, micro-influencers on LinkedIn. We are
I'm not
kind
gonna
of
lie, I've
feeling
done some
that.
personal content on there that's too personal.
I
You
love
can't put
LinkedIn
it
for
on
what
there.
it's actually used for, but from a content perspective. I've said this on previous episodes. So since the beginning of the year, everyone's thought personal brand, authentic content, post every day. So you just can't keep up.
I
But
love
has
that you're saying that, Jack.
Instagram-
It's freaking
And-
insane.
But I've completed LinkedIn, so you can only get
That's a
30,000.
gold
Yeah, I must say
statement.
you've
I've
done
completed,
yeah, yeah,
so
that's true,
I've
yeah,
beaten
yeah.
the final boss. So I'm at 30,000 connections now.
Yeah.
So 30,
More than that, 40, isn't it? Oh, no,
But
that's
it's
know.
followers.
really to build your credibility. Like if you're gonna like for us as an agency, if we're gonna message someone, they're gonna probably then see who's messaged them
but
and like
listen
look
to
at your
all that
credibility.
feed with all those different people. It's
I
just
don't
It's a
scroll.
lot.
I don't
It's
scroll.
overwhelming.
I don't read
it
it.
hurts
It's-
your head.
But I don't think personal. I think LinkedIn is professional. That's why people go there because it's
But
that
there-
escape from Instagram, TikTok, where
You need to have some
putting it
authenticity
out there.
though.
Authenticity, yeah.
You do,
But I still
yeah.
think it's good if you've
But
got
it's not
a
the new
small
Instagram for me.
network, small community.
It's not on Instagram though.
It's not Instagram for me. I think
It's
leave
completely
that.
not the next
it's pretty-
Instagram,
yeah.
though.
So leave it for that. But
Yeah.
use
Yeah,
LinkedIn
leave
So
it.
leave
for that.
it.
I'd say leave it.
Carry on.
The rise of influencer marketing. Yeah, love it. I think.
Mate, it's not the rise. The rise of influencer marketing was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The rise of creator content, yes.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
pushing that
So
massively,
leave
right?
influencer marketing. So leave that.
So
Push
rephrase.
creator content.
Push
rephrase
creative.
it.
What about the micro influencers?
Yeah, it's all about
They're
the micro
honestly the same
influencers.
shit, but
Yeah.
like
as the same as celebrity.
no, micro is
influencers?
similar to creator content because micro
Yes.
can be like 1,000 whatever people, and then they create content. You're either someone that's an influencer that just likes talking about, I don't know, shoes or whatever, and pushing that, or you're a creator that's got 1,000 followers and you're talking about creating content.
And I would much rather follow that than I think even celebrity endorsements. Now I feel
I'm
like
off it.
yeah,
people
I think
are off
I'm
it. People
off
want
celebrity
authentic
endorsements.
experiences. So I'd
Yeah.
say leave influencers, bring in creator content.
Okay,
A lot of
Next
people
one.
are pushing budget away from influencers.
like it. Playful branding over corporate.
All day. All day. So he wants corporate branding.
Personality.
I mean, that's kind of
wins.
that's
It's
like
all, we
answers
talk
itself.
about it all
It's
the
like
time.
lifestyle.
Authenticity.
Yeah, love it.
Storytelling. Nobody wants corporate.
Corporate
corporate
branding.
advice
When do
feels
you want
outdated.
it? Sometimes we did see some nice like pieces when you've got really nice corporate pieces on LinkedIn.
Give us some examples.
If it's B2B, if you're
What
buying a property.
examples?
If it's B2B, you can get
Monzo?
some really nice
Yeah.
stuff on there. But Yeah, I
think Monzo's
I think
good.
there's still people on LinkedIn that appreciate the premium corporate stuff versus like very social led on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So I don't think, you're totally right, Playful, love it, but it has a place, a bit of corporate nature, you know? Like you can't have a fintech company
It's like a
doing
high purchase buy. You don't want anything playful.
Like what about insurance? Like, you know, if you're going to do an insurance ad, you probably, all those ones that do like the jokey insurance TV ads are kind of funny. But when you're on LinkedIn, I mean, still Playful kind of works.
What about Currys, for example? You know, they get all the kind of...
They do some funny TikTok stuff.
Yeah, they do funny.
It's really good.
But
and all the Waitrose guys as well, they do really
Yes.
well.
There's a place for
They do
corporate,
really well,
but maybe in a boardroom. I think corporate branding and stuff.
Any
but
particular industries that we think corporate needs to stay versus the Playful? Or do you think...
we had Jen on here who's from like the investment side of things.
Yeah.
Like my partner worked at Investec, and like they are just like everything which I think is really interesting, seeing his feed versus mine. His is like they read it very much for information to digest and find it really interesting. So it needs to be like reports and stats and insights that come from on LinkedIn. If he was to see anything social led on his feed, he'd be like,
no,
absolute joke in investment banking. So they want it to be like, you need to be thought leadership and giving the stats about, I don't know, could be portfolios or businesses that you've done and how they've grown.
Yeah,
for
that's
LinkedIn,
good.
it's really interesting for them because the guys that are waking up, or females that are waking up reading the news, then they go to LinkedIn, so they like read The Economist and whatever, then they might go to LinkedIn and read some of the stats and stuff.
Yeah.
That's such an industry for that. Then like he doesn't even go near my feed. He's like doesn't even like one of my posts.
So what's on his feed? Like on
His
TikTok,
feed
Insta, LinkedIn?
He never goes near TikTok in his industry. Well, he just wouldn't because unless it's for recipes and stuff with me as a partner.
Yeah, like outside of...
And
So
you
it's
start to make
recipes
some
and finance.
Recipe, but it's like LinkedIn, it needs to be purely like giving him insight and learning and data.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a company that he's
Not
potentially wanting to
subjective
work
point
at.
of views, opinion posts.
Because I think also,
so I think
what
for
about
those
premium?
areas,
like premium stuff, you know, if someone's dropping like £1 million on something, do you really want to
Don't
have
gimmicky.
this gimmicky, playful, funny
You want the
stuff on your
facts.
feed?
you got to
the
be,
facts.
you got to know your followers on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Like you got to be like, why are they following you for what type of content? Like I've got this person that runs an influence agency and she talks all about all the amazing stuff and influencers and does all these amazing videos of herself. But that's because everyone following her is social media people and influencers. So she can do social content. For me to start doing that, I mean, even when we do Digital Cheesecake on mine, I would say I probably should be posting more about the stuff that we're doing in the industry, the case studies, like the reasons why people are following us, you know? But 50% of the people just wanting to get a job with you, you know?
Exactly. Well, that's it.
Well, that's what we do. Digital
it's back to your followers.
Exactly.
It's back to your followers, I think. I
think in recruitment, you can definitely be playful to an extent, but I do think we do see a lot on TikTok within kind of different recruitment companies. Sometimes I do feel it's like a little bit cheesy. Some of them.
It's just
It's
hard.
about
It's
why do people
hard.
follow you at the end of the day. We all forget that we're trying to like test all these different things.
Yeah.
Like, why do people follow you on Instagram? Well, mainly your friends and stuff to see your life.
Yeah.
Why do people follow you on LinkedIn? It's like either you guys, it would be either to get a job or learn stuff about learn stuff about
How to get a
jobs,
job.
digital
recruitment.
and how to get a job, and the market, and how to grow a team, etc.
Correct.
Okay.
What's the next one?
So kind of in between on that one. Oh, this is our favorite topic. TikTok as your main marketing platform.
No.
No?
It's got to be a
If
mixture
it's-
of everything, hasn't it? So
Correct.
Yeah.
You guys, marketing strategy is for a reason.
it's got to be everything.
So leave
Cannot
it.
be your main, period. Unless you've like tested all the other ones and done everything and then it ends up working.
Think about how much money you'd spend on TikTok.
never
with
seen
all
a
the
company
different
work
trends
well with one
every
channel.
single week, every single 2 weeks. There's loads of different trends coming up, so you'll be spending loads of money and content
Do you
creation.
know
all the time.
anyone who is only on TikTok?
No.
I don't think I do.
Influencers, and their business, but that's it. But like a marketing strategy, you cannot have one channel and a marketing strategy. And that's where businesses fail, is you cannot be thinking about one channel.
Yeah.
It's a marketing funnel for a reason. Yeah. So TikTok's one part of the whole pie.
One piece of the puzzle.
So no, leave it.
So leave it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, spontaneity over data-driven decisions. Leave
Leave
that.
it.
Leave it.
for
Absolutely.
sure.
What the hell was that?
But you need the data to be creative. You don't be creative, then look
Yeah.
at the data and go, oh, it flopped.
You need both now
Yeah.
because I mean it's just testing. A testing
Exactly.
approach is like the only way you win these
test,
days.
test.
I think a lot of people
Test
also
more.
say, you know, how would you, because it's not, if you're a manager, for example, it's not just even about managing down, it's about managing up.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say the only way we can do that and say to the founder, let's say it's a founder-led business, the only way we can do that is if we say, this is all the data, this is why this decision and this idea could work.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to manage up as well
A lot
as
of marketing
down.
people still don't know how to explain the data though.
That's a skill in itself.
But okay, what skills do you need to do that though?
You just need to understand commercially the revenue, the ROAS, EBITDA. Ideally, if you learned that as a marketing person, you'd have people would respect you so much in the room. But just to understand what targets are by every channel. Targets for conversion or paid channels are usually conversions, CPL, CPA, or ROAS. So learn that revenue side, and then learn, like, impressions are fine, but no one really gives a shit about them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it sounds really bad. Reach people, and PR will be like, we do care about impressions, yes, but make sure you tie it back to store traffic or people coming in, or at least looking at the data. Like, if you're a PR agency, you need to be talking about
But you need the impressions
data.
because someone's not always, like, for instance, our podcast, not everyone's going to be following us on YouTube. So you need all these impressions.
You need the
all different
impressions,
clips.
but you need to say, we drove this many impressions, and actually we saw all the overall direct traffic on the site go up and the revenue. Like, you need to talk about, everyone needs to talk about revenue. If you can't figure it out and talk about it, you need to do a course on it. Sorry, everyone's going to hate me for that, but
yeah. So,
but no one would take me seriously if I didn't talk about revenue.
Or do you think companies should be investing in their managers to actually be able to talk about revenue?
Yeah, people need to learn commercial skills.
Yeah.
Put them in. I know there's like leadership courses, but if you can't even talk about commercial numbers, like, it was the best skills I learned when I was doing it at a P-backed company. They were all, I had to speak numbers constantly.
Definitely.
Well, even in digital, you can't do digital performance marketing if you don't know data, like if you don't know revenue numbers.
Yeah, I think that's like
because then what are you driving towards?
Yeah.
But
But I think with social people, for example, social media managers, anyone
yeah.
in social, they just get so conflicted with, I want to be really creative, but founders, my senior leaders, they absolutely don't care about that stuff. They want to know all the numbers. And I think there's a bit of
it's really hard for social media on that one.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know, if you are going to try and prove your value, learn Google Analytics as a social person, because it tells you all the insights about different channels and the revenue from them. At least learn Google Analytics, and you can talk about it overall, but you'll be able to see all the traffic coming from social at least. Like, but yeah, it is hard for a social person. Engagement is always important for them, and then they need to try and work with the leadership, like the marketing leaders, to try and explain how to prove their value. Like, if they're struggling to explain it, their boss needs to tell them.
Because I think it's one of the hardest channels as well to prove value, and that's that's the feedback that we always get. So if you have to be strong on the numbers to prove your value, because I think it's always the channel, maybe not so much now, but
get a data
back
person
in
in your team. If you can't explain it yourself, you need a data person to help you that's like commercial.
Yeah.
And it might be the fact that your tracking's wrong and you're actually not tracking properly. Most of the time we talk about like the fact that none of our clients are tracking correctly, and so actually the numbers should be X for this. So, like, for an example, we have a construction company where it's only leads, right? People are buying these rubber tracks. They're like these tracks for big excavators. It's not so
literal
sexy.
Literal
tracks.
Yeah.
And they have created a system because, you know, how do you track that someone's called up and asked to buy a track? Like, you can't purchase it through the website. You have to call because it costs like $2,000.
Gosh,
so the CMO, who's smart, and I work with James that we interviewed.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to make sure we track the whole thing. So there is a specific thing that happens that if someone comes from a certain channel, the website changes the number. And the number is specifically only for social. So we actually know if someone calls that number, then we know all the way through that anyone that typed in that number came from our ads.
Nice.
And we've actually seen that
That's very
social media
clever.
drives way more than any of our other channels, which we did not think was ever going to be the case.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So how does
People
that even
are-
happen?
I mean, all of us, so we're actually swapping all this money we used to spend on search, so much money on search. We're now moving it all into social because of just fixing the tracking, which is
that
actually a really
Facebook?
smart thing to do.
That's good.
Is that Facebook for that thing? Yeah, I thought I would think.
But like, can you believe
think
people
so.
with rubber tracks? Like, you'd think they would be. They're
What's a
searching
rubber
for-
track?
It's
Like a
literally, you know how
literal
you've
track.
got big excavators and just the thing that
Oh,
wheels
those.
go
Yeah,
on.
like
They're
the
rubber.
wheel.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like,
That's
it was like
crazy.
hundreds of thousands, millions of revenue coming from social
Yeah.
media that people didn't know. But it was smart.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like, why don't you, even for specific campaigns, if someone comes from this
So it's
campaign,
mostly tradies. It's like tradies or builders, sorry.
or farmers, all that
and
stuff.
farmers,
You know, people with just big
builders, yeah.
excavators.
Okay,
But like,
cool.
when he changed it all,
So-
and then we were like, amazing, because
Yeah,
we
that's
didn't
really
have to
good
rely
idea.
on the salespeople to put it. It was
Yeah.
automatically, if this number is dialed, must be
Nice.
from.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That was a very good idea.
There's just
For a more
smart things with
traditional
leads.
business,
Like, you
yeah.
should choose different numbers for lead generation so that you know what channels it's coming from. So
Like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like
just
it.
anyway. Carry on.
So leave that.
Leave that.
Pop-up events. I think love it.
Unreal. Love
Love
it.
it.
Personally, I mean,
But be smart. If you're going to do an event, then have a plan pre and post event. What are you doing in the lead
Yeah.
up? And then after it, you're using, because I've had lots of PR agencies like, do the event. We've done this amazing event. Yeah, but where's all the content? Aren't using it for paid? What are you turning into a story after? Like,
Amazing
That's the problem.
example. Space NK just launched.
Was that last week or this week?
I
think it was last week. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it was last
but
week.
people were literally queuing.
Queuing overnight.
They
People
videoed
love
everyone.
queue.
Yeah, especially
That's why I
in
think
Britain.
get the queue and content,
That's
talk
what they did.
about it.
That's
Yes.
what they did.
Then
They
after
did
being
do
like,
that,
do you
yeah.
want us to do another queue and just get
Yeah.
people into it?
They
It's
love
free
that.
content.
Space NK smashed that one because you do think you hear all the stories and it's like, oh, you know, the high street's dead, etc., etc.
Nah.
But
That proves it's not.
the phrase
People
that
want
they
to do stuff in
used-
real life.
Well, the phrase they used is Oxford Street is back.
Nice.
Because, you know, we lost the Top Shop and all of that kind of stuff.
That is
So-
RIP. But you know what's coming
Yeah,
back? Didn't
it
we
is.
talk about
IKEA.
that? No, Topshop is coming back.
Yeah, Top Shop are coming back. They're relaunching.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
what
I
bricks
just
and
think
mortar.
they're
No.
going to get, if they do
Both,
it well
probably.
marketing wise, hire me to do that because I'll help you. That
Yeah.
would
I think
be.
who owns that still? ASOS.
People will just have so much,
Could be.
like there'll be so much nostalgia with that brand. I think they'll
Exactly.
smash it.
They'll smash
Oh,
it.
it's
People
so
love
nostalgic.
like a comeback.
That is my childhood Top
I
Shop.
would
mean?
if I was ASOS, I
So-
would rehire the old CMO for Topshop.
Were they good? Why didn't it go under?
I think it was more the guy who was running it because the guy wasn't really.
Might be the worst advice you've ever given.
Enthused about digital. No, apparently the owner, Alan, not Alan Sugar, what's his
Sorry,
name?
whoever, if you're from TikTok, I'm just
The
kidding.
the guy who owned it, he wasn't really enthused about digital, so he was all retail.
Yeah. Bricks
I
and
mean,
mortar,
So if you get
for all
somebody
those
who's
that are
digital
listening that are
focused-
marketing
Yeah.
directors and CMOs, if you're not into digital, you're literally going to affect your job. You need to learn digital. It's just like,
But no one's not learning digital
it's just
now,
like saying,
surely.
oh no, there's so many that hate
Well,
digital.
here's a question:
CMOs.
if you
Drives me
were
insane.
relaunching Topshop now, which brand would you try to get a CMO from?
I actually wouldn't do big brands. I would do startups and scale ups.
Okay, which
people that have
Yeah.
smashed it.
Which mid-sized brand would
Well,
you?
sure.
Honestly, I
ASOS,
like
no?
Ash. Like Color Wow is a good
Colour
example.
Wow's a good, yeah.
People that have smashed it out of the water. I think Elf was a really good.
Elf would be good.
Was
Yeah.
a good example.
But they're
Fenty
both beauty.
Yeah,
They're all
we like
beauty.
that. Sorry.
Or would you
What
get a
about
fashion?
Fashion
Fetch,
retail. Whoever's done a
Nessa
really
Porter.
good, like, brought them back from the dead kind of thing. I wouldn't be doing big brands now, like, you know, someone that's in.
I can't really think of
I
anything.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
doing
who's
River
bought-
Island. I'd be doing what's a good brand that we love that's come back from the dead. I think things like Levi jeans and stuff that came out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
Like
They're
they came
Levi's
and
would be a
redone
really good
themselves. What's a brand that we all love? Like Zara, I don't know how they just keep surviving. I think it's just
Za-
like all. It's just all.
Zara keeps going.
It
They're
just
doing
keeps
really
going 'cause
well.
they're the only
H&M.
one.
H&M. No,
I
but
think
they
a brand
do
that's
well.
redone themselves, like Free People's quite good. I think they've like done a good job. I think Anthropology is probably struggling.
I think ASOS have done really well because they're still
They're
going
good.
after so many years.
I think they probably all had a struggle with with
Yeah.
Vinted coming through. Whoever was in Vinted, that's it. I do.
Vintage. you
Vinted
think?
just
Is
changed
it-
the whole game. You
But
guys
what are
don't
their
use
numbers?
it.
No.
Their numbers grow year on year, and ASOS has like been struggling because of that.
Right.
Isn't
okay.
the biggest
That's interesting to know.
or something similar? Isn't Vinted or something similar the
Depop?
biggest or Depop the biggest e-commerce channel in France?
Vinted is like number
right?
one nearly in the UK. It's like Vinted's
Is it in the
enormous.
UK?
eBay's number one in Australia, which is where everyone
Wow.
goes secondhand. It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
I feel like eBay's kind of fallen off a little bit.
For
at the
you guys,
moment.
it
Yeah.
has, but
Yeah.
Australia doesn't have Vinted, so they just
Yeah.
love eBay.
And I don't know about the US. I feel like US have like a really big channel like that, but I don't know which one it is.
Probably eBay.
Maybe Amazon.
Amazon.
Like, Amazon's
Amazon.
Yeah,
everything for
Amazon.
theirs.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
last
a good one
one.
anyway. Anyway,
Last
carry
one.
on. You know,
Last
you're the
one.
recruiters. You
I
should
know.
recruit and hire.
I think ASOS, to be honest, but TBC. Comment on it. Immersive brand experiences. Love it or leave it.
Well, it's the same as event stuff.
the same.
Immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'd say
Same, same.
love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. That's us for today.
Cool.
Can't
Wrap
wait
it
for the
up.
next 101.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a 101, by the way.
Okay.
No,
But
it's in sorry for anyone listening. I
Yeah,
think it
it's
is just
focuses.
marketing
Focuses.
stuff that we love and marketing trends at the moment.
yeah. So
and
comment
leave.
what you're loving and leaving down
way too
below.
direct.
And if we've got any of those wrong, just let us know. We're
Yeah.
always open to feedback.
We know that, says Ruby. All right. Thank you.
See you next
See you later,
time.
guys.